Hello and welcome back to Jack Knives Reviews. I'm of course your host, Jack Knives. Today I'll be reviewing a little bit of a weird comedy movie, My Old Ass. A mushroom trip brings free-spirited Elliot face to face with her 39-year-old self. But when Elliot's older self delivers warnings to her younger self, Elliot realizes that she has to rethink everything about her family, life, and love. The reason I wanted to talk about this movie is it feels like the kind of movie that is very much swept under the radar. There's a lot of movies that come from each era of relevancy or not relevancy that many could interpret as hidden gems. Take your Great American Virgin, My Girls, those movies that for one reason or another people will look at and go, oh yeah, I remember that. They're not like beloved as much as they should be. This is one of those movies, in my opinion. It feels as though it got so swept under the radar, but it has a lot of heart and charm to it. Maisie Stella and Aubrey Plaza play the same character, but it's a younger version and an older version, hence the name of the movie. And with that dynamic of coming of age and self-reflection, it's interesting to see the dynamic of, is life fleeting? Is life capable of more? When you're young, you feel that pressures of the world are against you. And when you're old, you kind of regret and regress back to your youth. And it's cool to see the dynamic play off of each other. You can believe that this is the same person, because they're both kind of immature in their own way, having this feeling of unease and trying to figure out the way of the world, but also kind of getting their own idea of how they are at the same time. It's not a huge stretch of a story. It's not a big enough movie that would necessarily be a long run. It is a subject that I feel that it's been done multiple times in TV shows, but it's fun to see it done in a way that's kind of solid, if that makes any sense. It's kind of not done with a dream sequence or time distillation. It's more of, is this all in the young girl's head? Is this in the older girl's head? You don't really know too much. Are they actually interacting with each other? Interpretation of one another. And that's kind of cool the way they did that. The rest of the cast are, kind of generic, superfluous, but they're not bad. They're just kind of nothing super special to write home about. But what this movie doesn't have in, great casting, it has in great moments. And I think a part of that comes from the chemistry. As I said before, Aubrey Plaza and Maisie Stella are the main focal points of this movie, and they do have a lot of chemistry. They do get along so well, and it's almost heartbreaking in a way that it's hard to look back, and it's hard to look forward when you're in a constant state of kind of fear. And it's a movie that I feel that may get swept under the radar, but I feel it's a movie that if you give it enough time and enough of a chance, it can surprise you with how much it kind of appeals to a lot of people and their own self-reflection. And in all honesty, it did get a couple good chuckles out of me, not gonna lie. I give My Old Ass 3 out of 5. Have you seen My Old Ass? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, I'll see you next time.